Everybody, welcome back to Southern Latitudes. I'm Robin, and this channel is mostly my gardening channel, but you'll see a little fishing and aviation on here too. Welcome if you're new to the channel. So we're in Florida, and we're in East Central Florida, and we're getting ready for the fall garden, and it's a pretty cool time of year because spring is great, but fall is even better. It's when we get all of our brassicas in, we get our lettuces in, the beans go nuts. Of course, you can do those in the springs too, but we have so much warmth in our winter, and we barely ever go to frost, that this is actually probably the perfect time for us in my subtropical area to grow things. So I have more seeds arriving today, but I have a bunch of old seeds that I've stored. I have new seeds that came in. I got seeds all over, and I just thought maybe you'd like to see some of that. I use all sorts of Baker Creek and my gardener, Haas, Johnny seeds. I've even used Totally Tomatoes, all sorts of places, and of course Amazon is a great resource for all sorts of gardening needs. Now I took some of I ordered metal labels for all my fruit trees, because when my company was down here, my husband was struggling to remember what tree was what, and I thought, wouldn't it be great to have a label on that for him? And then I went to my son's in-laws, and I'm good friends with them, and they had just bought these little metal tags, and I was like, yes, that's like exactly what I need too. So I did all that. That's going to be a project I do. Probably the rains are going to come. We got a tropical system. Don't know if it's a storm, a depression, or what yet. Maybe it'll turn into a hurricane, but when it's raining a lot, that's going to be my inside project. But for right now, I've been trying to get my seeds started for the fall, and that's something I promised myself. I used to get last year, I don't know if you guys have watched this, but I have What Grows in Central Florida in August video, and it's actually getting a lot of traction. It did last year, got like 300 or 400 views, but it's going probably 64 views a day here now this year in 2020. And for me, it's kind of viral at like 1.5 thousand views, because I'm just a tiny channel, and this is really just from my memory and such. So the fact that it would get that many views is just wild. So it made me think I need to revise that. I watched it and I was like, okay, I'm not far off. That was done August 1st, but it was always my goal that maybe I started too soon last year, and this year I wanted to back it off a little. I didn't want to pressure myself, especially we're having 101 degree heat, 101 to actually 105, 7, you know, depending on the day, those kind of heat indexes on a daily basis. I used to struggle to get all my seeds out there in August, and then I knew it was a risk for hurricane season. But I have decided in the past 12 months, since I've opened myself up to so many more vegetables, now that I have an extra 1/4 acre, that I don't want to do that, and I don't want to reseed and reseed and reseed. So I'm just, and it's way too hot. Our first night below 70 degrees doesn't even happen till the middle of August for the most part, give or take a week. The third week of October is when we start consistently going under 70. Now that's a magic number if you're a Florida gardener, because a lot of your heirlooms will not, the flowers will not set fruit until you go under 70. And that works for squashes and a lot of things. You're just looking at blight, you're looking at powdery mildew, you're looking at more insects. Until we start going down in those temperatures, you're just looking at still dealing with the summer problems. So I kept my promise to myself. Actually, right now I'm only doing seedlings in pots, and yesterday I did a whole bunch of them. And let me just kind of show you around what's around the room, and then 10 days ago I did another group and so forth. Let me show you all my different seedlings, and I'll tell you some pluses and minuses as we go through those too. Okay, so And then we'll compare next year to see if I got it right this year. So, so a lot of these in the yellow, I went and got these color coded name tags because wow, I saw that Jessica and Roots and Refuge was using them. I'm like, I really need something to stay a lot more organized this year. That is another goal of mine. So these little cheapy pots, you can get them under $10 and you can get what, like 150 pots. Some, you know, there's a variety of different sizes. You get what's financially comfortable for you, and wow, you can go to town. They're really thin, but they do last. This is my second season for some of these pots and third season for others. So okay, without further ado, Brunswick cabbage right here. All this was seeded yesterday that I'm going to tell you. I have 4 things of Brunswick cabbage. There's lots of seeds in each. Then I got red acre cabbage and these little red ones. Only I got less because I don't use as many of those. And then I did snowball cauliflower that came from M.I. Gardener. Now there's nothing up yet. Like I said, that's a 2 to 3 week germination time. So I want to get it started now so they start germinating by September, and then hopefully in the ground by that 2nd, 3rd, 4th week of October. Then I really wasn't going to do lettuces until October, but I was like, okay, even if I just germinate them out here and then bring them in the house, I need to start eating some fresh greens. I am missing it. I really don't love the store lettuce. I'm spoiled on homegrown lettuce. So I have red sales. I have bronze mignonette. I have over here, I also have a third variety. Oh, super red romaine. So those may cook in the window, but I'm just using the window as a means of getting germination started, and then they will totally come out of here real quick. And this, I have a lot of Market More cucumbers, a lot of those, and Socrates cucumbers. Normally I would put those straight outside, but I haven't had time to prepare the beds. Seriously, the heat is just overwhelmingly breathtaking. You can't spend more than like an hour, hour and a half out here before you're heat exhausted. I did a whole lot of Henderson limas. Got, how is that? That's 10 different cups of that. And I'm using these on to kind of create, although I don't have a solid bottom, but like a little greenhouse effect in here. I just hope it's not cooking. Again, these are only staying here until I see germination. Then I'm pulling them right out. This is dead-on cabbage. I love dead-on cabbage. There'll be a second sowing of this, but for right now, I got some just started for the first round. I will do more probably November, December. We swapped up Brussels sprout varieties. So I can't remember what my other variety, I think it was Dagon Brussels. And we decided to go, my friend and I, we decided to split a package of these Groninge? Do you know how to say that? They're better suited for the heat. So I thought I would try that this year. There's 4 cups, but I don't know how many I'll get. So hopefully we'll get good germination rate on those. Let's go outside to the next batch. These were all put into the seeds into the pots on August 9th. And so let me quickly go through these. These are, I'm calling them the South Florida Bells. My husband cleaned seeds on these 2. And these were just a really big bell pepper that originated out of South Florida farms. I don't have the actual name, but look at the germination rate. My husband did an excellent job of cleaning seed. He followed the book and to a T. Here's Elma paprika. And anyhow, these should be like huge bell peppers. What is this? Oh, a big beef, F1. And then I have Tango celery in here. Now this is slower. It takes a long time, 3 weeks up to a month for celery. But I see little bits of sign in here that it's just gonna start peeping through. Okay, so once I get some good germination through there, these pots are coming inside so they can start living in 70-degree temperatures right away. They really need the cold weather, and I don't have that for another 6 weeks. What was in here? Oh, the red Marconi peppers. Those are going to take about, they're at day 10, so give them another 10 days, and then hopefully I see germination in here. This is a South Florida tomato. Again, same farm that the peppers came from, but they were huge. They were almost like 3/4 of a pound large. I mean, as big as your hand tomatoes. And my husband saved those seeds. He cleaned them and saved them. And look at the germination rate on them. I'm so excited. These are jet stars. I have some jet stars on the inside, and from a first sowing too. I'm sorry. And these are doing really, really good. This is better than the first set that I did. This is Corbaci pepper. So this did not do well, and I just reordered new seed, and that should be here by today. I got that out of Baker Creek. Elma paprika. As you know, if you've been following me for a while, out there in the salsa garden, I lost my entire row of Elma paprika peppers pretty early and didn't get much out of it. So I thought, let's just break the rules and do a winter batch. And maybe, you know, if I keep them in the sun, I'll at least get a little bit better production out of them. And I've got to do better at just, you know, not letting things go. This was a strange spring. Maybe I can blame it on COVID, but I shouldn't. Some of it's just me. I have Swiss chard and these two. I have lime basil here. I have sweet basils here. I still am expecting a little bit more germination here, but we got some popping up. Are these jet stars too? Oh, San Marzano tomatoes. Oh, that's pretty good. That's nice. I'll take that all day long. Sugar baby watermelons. I got 2 of them. This was the first thing that germinated from the sowing on August 9th. As you can see, it's already putting on its true leaf. We're going to try this again going into winter. And then I have moons and stars here and here. Oh, asters. Okay. That may take a while. I got to look up and research asters because obviously I don't know what I'm doing yet. Okay, let's go to the very first sowing of seeds. Okay, so I sowed all these on July 22nd. And I've had some failures in here. And as you can see, some things have germinated and yet they're topped. So I am dealing with slugs, lizards, squirrels. I don't know what it is. But I've actually had better success with germination than it looks like. So these are the South Floridas. And as you can see, the seed was good because the other pots were fine. But I really only have 2 to work with here. I have some jet stars. The big beef came up, and guess what? Been topped. The eggplant, I've gotten 3. I have lost some. The Aunt Molly's ground cherries, I actually had 3 cells that had beautiful germination. Look at this, right? Something's eating it in the night. The paprika, Elma paprika. Now these Friarella di Napoli peppers, I don't think I had any germination with those. And that's almost at a month, so that should have germinated by now. But I didn't have a lot of this problem until I moved out here. So the shade was a plus, a pro, but the con is that something is eating it out here. And it was getting way too much rain. And through here, you see how wet, see how wet that is in there? So what I'm gonna do is move this into the partial shade of the boat barn, get it up away from critters and whatever's, you know, just help it out there. Okay, then I had these. I had the apricot asters. I see some of them are starting to come through. Oh, so maybe I gotta be patient with my other asters. I have this Godzilla broccoli. It was coming in real good, but again, being eaten. It had a little sun damage. I had wonderful germination on the chocolate cherry sunflowers. The second go around, the first go around, I fried in the sun. Look at that, that's pretty. But again, something's loving eating on them. The Corbaci peppers, again, this is the first sowing. Obviously, look at this. You see all this? That's a squirrel eating pine cones and dropping them from the tree above. Anyhow, I think I just had old or bad seed for the carbachi. These are little cayenne peppers my neighbor gave me. Oh, that leaf is just gone since yesterday. I gotta move these too. Something's eating them. This is a tray of onions. Wow, where's my third tag? I had Texas Legends, Sweet Harvest, and these were the red onions. And the tag is missing. I don't know if that's a buddy thing or what, but something is definitely messing with my trays here under the trellis garden. I put them underneath the butterfly peas because this kind of breaks the heavy rainfall and shelters that. And of course, sun, shade, all that is better. It was thriving out here, but then now something's eating it. So all this is going to come in with me right now. So thank you guys for watching with me. I hope if you're in the path of the storm that's coming, I hope you'll be safe and take good shelter and take good care of your plants. I know that if that thing starts going up the east coast of Florida, all those babies are coming right in here for protection. And they'll be okay for a couple of days. You know, most of them are still just in dirt. But they'll be safe and sound in here through a hurricane or two, or tropical storm or whatever. And then we'll just continue on with prepping the beds. I've done a little bit of tilling. I have done a little bit of pulling. I have done removing. It's all good and it's all in progress. And I'm hoping, you know, to start putting a few things in the ground, especially those watermelon in September. So thank you for watching. Give me your thumbs up. Whatever you want to do. Thumbs down. No, just kidding. Don't do that, please. And leave me a comment. I just really learned so much from you guys too, and enjoy meeting many of you. Have a great one. Take care. God bless. Bye.